Hey, Tony guys is here, popping in with another episode of Talks with Tony. Now this inbox is filling up, so y'all gotta forgive me for the influx of videos. I'm gonna be shooting them and scheduling them, and they'll be going up throughout the day. So, I'm trying to get through them. Y'all calm down. I ain't giving out the email address right now because it's already a good amount that loaded up in here. So. Y'all, thank you. Please bear with me. God bless you. And shout out to my Patreon supporters. You will see the link in the description box. I really appreciate you. Got some cool stuff coming over there for you, and just the conversation and y'all helping me out and giving me tips and just answering questions for me. And to the director level, writing me. I already got some of y'all questions because I posted that you get the email me a question on the app once a month. So I appreciate that. Appreciate you. And to the Blessed Tribe and the Blessed Business Tribe, I appreciate you. Thank you. Dear Mr. Gaskins, thank you in advance for taking the time to read this message. I have been dating the man whom I am in a relationship with now for 4 months before he officially asked me to be his girlfriend in October 2021. We are approaching 4 months as an official couple, and I just feel like I've hit a point of uncertainty. In my list of things I want in a husband, I always wrote down, must make me laugh. Now, he has a sense of humor and laughs at a lot of my jokes, even my sarcastic ones, but I just don't find him that funny. I have laughed a few times with him, but just not as much as I would have hoped. I am in two minds at the moment. I have never seen a good relationship, and in the past have felt I would struggle to be in one as a result of what I had seen. Subsequently, through healing and growing, I know I will have a good, loving, and whole relationship, but I don't want to feel I am settling. He is a lovely man and has been a complete gentleman towards me, showing me care and respect consistently, but the lack of humor that I've always wanted bothers me. I am 26, going on 27 this year, and have changed so much. I know you said preferences are just that, preferences. I used to feel I had no time, and I was always in this state of rush, while seeing lots of other people getting married and starting their own families. Now I don't feel that pressure as much, and know I need to think through things properly and not make rash decisions. I just have these, I think I'm supposed to say nagging, but it says niggling, and I'm not sure what the word niggling is, but that don't sound right to me. I just have these nagging doubts or these niggling doubts creep up at times and wonder if this is a sign. Would appreciate some advice. Now, forgive me now, because I'm like, do you be writing this word for the autocorrect to grab this? Oh, talk mirror. My goodness. Niggling is a word causing slight but persistent annoyance, discomfort, or anxiety. That just don't sound right. Niggling? Because you know what they call us now. So it sounded like the child of what they call us and what some of y'all call y'all self. I don't use the N word. So when it said niggling, I'm thinking like, white supremacist done wrote me and trying to throw in a little word to get me tripped up on my channel. Oh my goodness, that's a word. Okay. I'm finna use that tonight. My wife. I just have these niggling doubts creep up at times and wonder if this is a sign. I feel like she meant nagging, but that's a vocabulary right there. Let me see this.
Niggling. 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 Niggling.
That just don't feel right. I'm gonna tell you what. If you ain't black, don't use this word around me. Nah, cause I'm gonna be offended. But I'm finna use that. Babe, I just got this niggling annoyance, discomfort, or I just got these niggling thoughts going on. I'm gonna use that tonight, see what my wife says. She's like, huh? You got what? I have niggling thoughts. And I'm gonna just use it with a straight face. My goodness, I learned us a word. Now listen, sister, I need that little chuckle because I'm gonna tell you what, this here email is absolutely, whew, sister, come on now. Come on now. This right here the problem, sister. Come on. See, look, he has laughed with you a little bit, you said. So he laughed at your jokes. So you the comedian. So when you are the comedian in a relationship, your spouse can't make you laugh. They could make you laugh, but your spouse ain't the comedian. You the comedian. And what you got to realize now, comedians cheat. Comedians cheat now. Because you got to realize, okay, if a man can make you laugh, he ain't the only one keep kidding. All right? And so sometimes I make my wife laugh. But listen, some come with that laughter. I used to be out there. I used to be a dog. So it's like if a man can make you laugh, that means you ain't the only one keep kidding. There's some other women keep kidding. So while he got you doubling over laughing, what you think the women doing at work? They doubled over laughing. What the women at church doing? They doubled over laughing. So it's like, as long as the man don't scare you. So instead of he need to make me laugh, you need to be he doesn't scare me. So this right here, sister, you got to let that go. That is a preference. And that is a preference that you cannot be that picky about. Because you said in here, you said, and this right here, this the devil. This is the devil trying to make you walk away on your husband. And see, this is the thing what I keep seeing, ladies. I keep seeing women walk away on good men. I did a video talking about appreciate him the other day. People thought I was talking about me and my wife. It could apply. I'm a good man. So, I mean, it apply to everybody. But I'm just saying, I'm seeing this a lot. Women out here is so many women that's fighting for a man, that's clamoring for a man. And then you got the women who get a man. And then you start to have the ugly duckling syndrome, where the ugly duckling, not say that you ugly, I can't see you. And I know you ain't ugly, you're a child of God. I don't call nobody ugly. But then you get this swan mentality. Oh, am I settling because he doesn't make me laugh? Huh? Huh? Come on now. Come on now. And then you have to realize, you have to realize that, what I did the other day, Dr. Evan Emmanuel, that could have been funny to somebody. I doubt that would be funny to my wife. She didn't know I was going to do that. And when I did it, she just didn't sound too excited about it. It's because she is really hard to make her laugh. Like, we go to comedy shows and she might laugh one time. Now with me, she laughed more so at my facial expressions, more so at my responses when she says something. She laughed more so at my facial expressions. My youngest son, Tatum, he got that same gift with facial expressions. And it's just funny when somebody make a certain facial expression. So my wife, she more so, it's not just me telling jokes. Now my oldest son has told me, Daddy, when you be texting mama, she be laughing so hard. She just think you is the funniest thing ever. But she laugh at my oldest son like that. She laugh at my youngest son. She just got a good spirit and she'll laugh. But she don't laugh at comedy. She do not like a lot of comedy. And I'm talking about the best of the best. Now, some of the stuff Kevin Hart say will make her laugh, but not really. Like 1 or 2 laughs. And so I say that to say, if you have a comedic sense, when you have a comedic sense, it's harder to make you laugh. So when you have a sense of humor, it's not going to be, yes, you could laugh at some stuff, but you say he laughs at a lot of my jokes. So the fact that you even telling jokes, even my sarcastic ones, but I just don't find him that funny. And that's honestly a good thing. Like, look at these men. Look at these comedians that got everybody laughing. Do you really think these comedians is faithful? It's like some of these comedians got 5, 6, 7 baby mamas. Some of these comedians got 2, 3 girlfriends and is open about it. Like somebody that's like a real comedian, like somebody that's gonna be funny to you, you just don't know what else gonna come with that funny. I would much rather my daughter have safe and secure than funny. Cause funny, it also comes with time. The more you know a person, the more like you got to remember, like if you watch my video and something make you laugh, it may be the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th video when you learn my sense of humor. But my sense of humor may offend a lot of people on their first time seeing it. So funny also come with time. Y'all only been together 4 months. So he might not be funny. And a man that can make you laugh in the first 4 months of actually being together, y'all been together 8 months total, that's cause for concern. I'm going to be honest with you. That cause for concern. Because that man got game. You hear me? That man, he's spitting that game. So trust when I tell you now. Trust when I tell you. And it's like, for example, I'm not a funny guy. Like I don't tell jokes. You could laugh at something I say because you have a good sense of humor and because you just a laughing person. But I'm not a funny guy. I'm not a comedian. So you got to realize that a funny guy, it's a lot come with that funny now. It's a lot come with that funny. And so I say this to say across the board for every woman, these nonsensical, we're going to call it nonsensical, okay? Not to be rude or anything like that, but these nonsensical preferences. I remember one time a lady wrote me and said her man must like classical music. I say, my goodness. And it'll be just her luck that she meet a man who love classical music and he just happened to like him men too. He happened to like men. Because I rarely come across a heterosexual man or any man for that matter that love classical music. Whereas the mindset should be, he has to be open to trying new things. And then she could teach him about classical music, introduce him to classical music, take him to some symphonies or concerts or whatever that'll be called for classical music. And he learns about it, and that's something that they bond over because he introduced her to something. But to have a requirement that a man likes a certain type of music or that a man likes a certain type of food or that a man makes you laugh in a certain way, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're shooting yourself in the foot, and you may end up being single your whole life. So you got to realize and understand that. You got to realize and understand that, and you cannot get caught up with that right there. Do not get caught up thinking like that and you know, putting yourself in that situation. Because, let me see, I'm 26 and going on 27 this year and have changed so much. And so this is the thing. You will find a man who funny, but then the man ain't respectful. Because you said in here, I want to read it verbatim. No, I ain't see where the thing at. Because I don't want to misquote you. Okay, here we go. He is a lovely man and has been a complete gentleman towards me. So, and then it says, showing me care and respect consistently, but the lack of humor that I've always wanted bothers me. And so here's the thing. The other reason for this lack of humor could be because he admires you so much, he's still nervous. Like he may not be, he's not all the way himself. A man ain't all the way himself at 8 months and only 4 months official. He's not all the way himself. He's not all the way comfortable. Like I'm 15 years in and I'm still getting comfortable with my wife. Like as humans, we got so many guards up. We got so much, like I'm still getting comfortable. My wife at 15 years is still not all the way comfortable with me. Yeah, she comfortable in a lot of ways and in certain ways. But I could say one thing, that hurt her feelings, or I said it too direct or whatever, and it'll put her back in a shell. And vice versa. Same thing with me. It's like we still learning each other. 15 years into marriage, still learning each other. So 8 months in, this man, he's still a clown. You know, he's still clowned up in his shell. He's not himself yet. That side of him where he can relax, drop his guards, be a little more comfortable with you, that might come at 1.5 years. Might come 2 years, 3 years. So it's like you have from this man what really matters. That is, he's a gentleman, a lovely man, showing you care and respect consistently. See, typically about a 6-month mark of knowing a man done show some of his negative side, some of them true colors. You feel like this right here about him 8 months in, 8 months of knowing him. That's a real good thing. That is a real good thing. And so I need you to understand that. I need you to understand that. Really get that in your spirit and just kind of sit with that a little bit, because that's really important to understand. So I would not recommend letting that man go. Stay there with that man, and, you know, and appreciate that man. Appreciate that he's a good man. And when he show you something different, something that really matter, that's when you got to think about it. All right, the next letter. Hi, Tony. Just want to say that you really have opened my eyes to the dating/relationship/marriage world. I just recently got out of a 10-year relationship, and it hasn't been easy. He is still my only support system and friend. I do want to get my man back, as he is a good man. You would say he is a, you would say, now when you say you would say, I think you mean like just in general, like you would say, not me. Because I wouldn't say he a high value black man, because that ain't my term. I don't like to use term. You would say he's a high value black man. That let me know you listen to the wrong podcast out there. Nah, you high value black man. You look like a white woman. It could be a black woman now. It just could be the light. I'm just curious, y'all are interracial. Who is successful. You would say he's a high value black man who is successful and really strives to grow and do better. He wanted me to stay home for a few years and just take care of the house, help be a personal assistant, etc. He did pay all the bills and took care of everything, and I appreciated it. But seems that he didn't think I did at all. He felt that I just took advantage of it. When we both gained weight, he made me get a job, and then when he lost his weight faster than I did, it was constant talks about how I am overweight and unhealthy. I took offense to this, as I just felt like he was attacking me. The communication slowed, as well as the intimacy. I wasn't taught how to be a good wife and was really trying my best throughout the years, but I felt like I was missing the emotional attachment. Yes, I was stagnant for years, but super loyal and would do anything for him. He moved out of state, and I have been trying to fall back and not reach out unless he does. But he is calling me a few times a day. I did go visit him over the holidays, and it was mostly a good time, besides an argument about entertaining other women. I know I have no right to get upset considering we are not currently together, but I really was. I don't know how this will all turn out, but I have just been focusing on myself and making me better. I wish he valued me for me. Thanks for your time and keep doing your thing. Hey, God bless you, sister. God bless you. Now, I'll tell you, 10-year relationship, I'm going to be honest with you, sister, that ain't what you want. That ain't what you want. You just got a 10-year relationship, not a 10-year marriage. Okay? Now, a man who call you overweight and unhealthy, that's not a man that love you. A man who will date you for 10 years and not marry you, that's not a man that love you. So it do sound like you got stagnant, like you said. And you're talking about when y'all both gain weight. So that right there, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Because when he's not your husband and you not working and you staying home and you not taking care of your body and you get stagnant and you admittedly got stagnant, then that does say that you don't appreciate it. He wanted you to stay home and take care of the house, but you didn't say anything about children. So it sounds like it's just you and him and no kids. Now, if you have kids, even if you at home, that's still a whole lot could be going on. I live with my wife, so I understand. I also understand how a woman could gain weight. You know, you could get sick and can't work out for weeks at a time, and then you get that weight on you, and then just how you eating and how you sleeping, and then hormonal shifts and all of that type of stuff, all that can lead to weight gain. Now, he gained weight as a man. Men typically a lot of times can get weight off faster, or just the body with the muscle mass and just the way a man body is, testosterone and all that. Just men typically can lean out or shape up faster than women. And not always the case. But what sticks out to me is, you know, I live with a woman. So I see body changes all the time, our whole thing. But never once have I said to my wife, hey, babe, you know, do you want to work out? Like, do you think you should start working out? Or, hey, babe, you know, you putting on some weight. Or never once have I mentioned about her gaining weight. And the reason being is because I love her and I understand that she don't want to gain weight. That if she gain weight, it's literally because of something going on in her life or her body. And so I have to create an oasis. I got to create a space to where she feel loved, she feel welcome, she feel attractive. And I still got to praise her body in whatever season it's in. And I do that because I love her. It's not to say that I'm not as a human and saying and can't see that she putting on weight or that her body is changing, and can't see, it's not like I can't see other women, you know, in shape or losing weight or whatever. But as a man who is in love, I have to respect her season. I got to respect her process, her growth. And so like right now, she done got over the bug because she kept getting sick from our sons because they in school. And so they bring home these little bugs, and the way her immune system is, she sleep 4 or 5 hours a night. Just with her schedule, it's just how she been, I guess, all her life or since college. So if you going off 4 hours of sleep and you anemic and your son coming home with a bug from school, she gets sick. So she will get sick, and anytime she gets sick, it turns into bronchitis, and she'll be sick 3-4 weeks. And then she'll beat it and then get sick again. And so she anemic too. So that leads to weight gain. But then when she get healthy, and now she healthy, now she back in the gym. She in the gym every day, and she do some beast mode workouts. And, you know, she'll get up, go to the women's clinic, get a B12 shot, get a little energy boost. And she texted me today, hey, babe, I lost 4 pounds. And I'm like, hey, congratulations, you know, glad that you feeling good and that you on your grind. And just like that, I just support her. And so I say that to say that's what a man does when a man is in love. What this man right here did to you. And then too, you got to realize, for men, if you already with this woman, if a man already with a woman and she put on some weight, that don't stop how that body part work. So it don't matter to me now what size my wife is, that thing still work. Okay? So you talking the intimacy slowed down, the communication slowed down. You felt like he was attacking you. He told you overweight and unhealthy. None of that is the signs of love. Then he moved out of state. That's another sign of him not loving you, to move out of state and not take you with him. He trying to break up. And you say you've been trying to fall back and not reach out unless he does, but he is calling you a few times a day. He calling you a few times a day because he want to keep you stuck. And because he using you just like as a therapist, like as a friend who can just be there for him in the sense of you gonna be listening to him and he just call you, make sure you ain't with no man. Because what he really fears that you gonna glow back up. You glow up and you go to losing weight and then you be done met you another man while he out of state doing his thing. So when he not with whoever he done met or talking to out of state, he call you. And so you just getting used. That's all it is. You just getting used and you got to recognize and realize that. And it's been 10 years and I'm telling you. And so what it does sound like to me though, it does sound like that you is taking advantage of it. It sounds like you taking advantage of it because you at home and he created this space to where he just wants you to be home and you could take care of the house and you could be a personal assistant. For him to have a personal assistant, sound like he making some good money. He did pay all the bills and took care of everything and I appreciated it, but it seems that he didn't think I did at all. And it sounds like you didn't because you let yourself go without having kids. You let yourself go and then he didn't treat you right. He not treating you right and you want to be with him. So that don't make no sense. Like, because a woman who really is loving herself and you need to love yourself don't want to be with a man regardless of his money if he gonna talk down to her and if she feel attacked and if she feeling like, so if I don't talk to my wife right, it don't matter what I do around this house, what bills I'm paying, how much money I'm making, she don't want to have no parts with me. She don't have no parts with me. And if I want to threaten divorce, she'll be like, okay, go right ahead. And she may cry all night long. She might be hurt all day, all night. It might be the worst day of her life because of how much she loved me, but she'll never let me see her cry. She would not let me see her hurting. And that's how a woman who loves herself is going to do. So you got to love yourself because you saying you had a good man and you want him back. But there ain't no good man if he talking down to you. If you feel attacked, if he telling you you overweight and all of that, that ain't no good man because all he had to say is, hey, you say you took offense to this as I just felt like he was attacking me. That's a big word. The communication slowed, the intimate, as well as the intimacy. I wasn't taught how to be a good wife, and he was really trying my best throughout the years, but felt like I was missing the emotional attachment. Now you talking about being a wife, but it sounds like you was a girlfriend still. Yes, I was stagnant for years, but super loyal and would do anything for him. So that don't go together. You know, so if you stagnant, that means you let yourself go and you complacent because you got this good life. You got this man who making money. You ain't got to go to work. And so you get stagnant. That only can equate to taking advantage of it. And you ain't mentioned about, I was going through something. I lost a parent. I went through this or that. You said I got stagnant. And then you said he really is still my only support system and friend. I do want to get my man back as he is a good man. And so he's successful. You say he a high value man and he strives to grow and do better. So now based on the little bit of picture I could see, let me look at it from a good eye. Now, based on the little bit of picture I could see, with that hairstyle now, the little short hairstyle with the little slick back right here and the little slick over right there and them glasses that look like the alien eye, them sunglasses, but it's shaped like the alien eye, and you got a red lip on. You got a red lip on and your nose got a little point on it. So, and you got that cheekbone right there. I could see the indent right there. So I could see that cheekbone, how it's set up. So this here picture, although it's very small, it give me like Corella DeVille vibes. It give me like seductive vibes. It give me like I'm that woman vibes. And so what this sound like, the way it's coming off to me, it sound like you want to be taken care of. Now the thing about it is like you want to be taken care of, but you didn't want to do your part. You know, you ain't want to uphold your end of the bargain. Which if he giving you no responsibility, like you ain't got to pay no bills, you ain't got to do nothing. At the least, and you say he a good man and he high value and he's successful and he's striving to grow and do better, it's like at the least he want to see that you taking care of yourself. And if you had like a illness or something, then that would have been stated, and he wouldn't have got on you. If it's like a thyroid issue or it's something you went through, he wouldn't have said, "Hey, you out of shape and unhealthy," because he would know that you going through something, you know, with your health or what have you. So it does give us a feeling like you getting over, like you at the house, not working, kicking your feet up, putting on weight. And then you saying you stagnant, but saying you loyal. But it's like there's no prize to loyalty if you allow yourself to become undesirable. Because if we undesirable and we loyal, that looks like, oh, this person is my only option. But if you desirable and loyal, that's where your partner get to feel like, you see what I'm saying? So if I stop brushing my teeth and I just let myself go and I put on 50 pounds and I'm not taking care of myself, and I'm using this example, not saying you did that because you ain't going to all what happened or whatever, or, you know, gaining weight could have been 5 pounds and he could just be an idiot. So you know the inner workings. But I'm just making a point of saying, if I let myself go and I don't have no options as a man and I'm loyal, I don't get no cool points for that. I don't get no points for that because I'm loyal by default, because ain't nobody checking for me. Now, if I'm taking care of myself and I'm fit and I get in shape and keep my hair cut and take care of my skin, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm dressing nice. Now I got options. It's other women that would give me a shot. So if I got an option and I'm 100% faithful to my wife, now she get to feel like, whoa, okay, I got something. So you can't really pat yourself on the back for saying, oh, but I was stagnant for years. You ain't say I was stagnant for a month. I was stagnant. I went through a little something for 6 months. You say I was stagnant for years, but super loyal and would do anything for him. So that sound like a lapdog. That don't sound like an asset. That don't sound like a wife. That don't sound like, you see what I'm saying? So he went about it the wrong way. So that show you his immaturity. He went about it the wrong way. Like he should never say, hey, you overweight and unhealthy. What he should have said is, hey, let's work out together. Hey, I'm gonna be working out tomorrow at 9 a.m. You'll come with me. I want some moral support. You know, hey, let's go to the park and walk, go on a little walk and just feel the cool breeze. Like, hey, can you make grilled chicken and broccoli for us tonight? Like he could have went creative about it. And yeah, as a woman in woman intuition, you would chicken and broccoli. You would know what he trying to do. Let's go walking. You would know exactly what, but you would have appreciated that approach versus him just going to get in shape alone and then, as you say, attacking you, calling you out of shape and unhealthy and all of that. And so he went about it the wrong way, which shows you his immaturity. And then he ran off on you, moved to another state, and he'd have been with you 10 years. And you ain't say nothing about marriage in here. So, but you did say you wasn't taught how to be or raised to be a good wife. And then you went to see him, and y'all got in an argument about him entertaining other women, which if he long distance and y'all not together, just like you said, that's what he gonna do. And so if you want him back, I don't recommend it. because I don't think he loves you. I don't recommend it. I would recommend healing and getting in shape for yourself, loving your body, and then attracting real love, a new fresh start with a man. And if you could attract a man that make good money, that means if you could do it once, you could do it twice, you could do it 3 times, you could do it every time over and over and over again. Now, you may not feel like that if you're not in the body and presenting yourself the way you want to be presented, and that's why you got to get healthy and get in shape for you, so you feel at your best and you feel confident when you stepping out into the world. So, hey, this Tony Gaskins got through 2 of these. I'm trying to keep these between 30 minutes and an hour when I do them. God bless you. I definitely recommend moving on with your life. Oh, but what I was going to say, if you want him, we can't be mad at people for not wanting us in our complacent space. So you said, I wish he valued me for me. You're not you. You are your lower self. You a lower version of yourself. You're not at your best. You're not pushing yourself to be your best. You at a complacent state. So he values you for you, but not you being somebody else, not you being less than yourself, not you being less than your best. So we cannot get mad at ourselves. Like, if I go to smoking weed and I go back to selling weed and I go back to whatever, I can't get mad at my wife for not wanting to be with me and saying, oh, she need to accept me for me, because that's not me. That's not me. That's me being somebody else. That's me playing a role. That's me stepping outside of my character and who I am. So he's saying, I don't want no parts of this person that you becoming or the person that you are right now, because you're not loving yourself. You're not taking care of yourself. So if you truly want him back, and the reason why I got to give options for those y'all say, Tony, you need to just be telling her she need to leave and not look back. It's just not realistic. Y'all hear these letters and you hear women say they've been listening to me for years and they ain't listened to a thing I'm saying. So it's a good possibility. I know without a shadow of a doubt, if this man call her and say, I want to be with you, she finna be on the first thing smoking and she gonna be with that man. But now if you truly want him to want you, you got to get back to your greatness. You got to get back to the body you had when he met you. You got to get back in shape. You got to get back on your P's and Q's. You got to get back on yours. And you got to be loving yourself and walking with that strength, with that confidence, with that peace, with that pride, the good pride, not the bad pride. And that's what you got to do. And he going to see you and be like, oh, whoa, she attractive. Whoa, she loving herself. Whoa, she living on another level. And that's the mistake that we make, is we always want somebody to love our lower self. That ain't fair to them, because then they settling. They loving your lower self. No, we need to be striving to be at our best, making progress toward our best. We might not be there, but we making that progress. We taking daily steps. And then we can expect love from somebody because they doing the same thing. Hey, this is Tony Gaskin. Make sure you visit TonyGaskinAcademy.com. I got some courses on there that go in a little deeper on certain topics. And I just updated the pricing, make it very affordable for you. At TonyGaskinAcademy.com. I told y'all I'm going to do a better job of, sharing those other resources with you. And again, thank you to the Blessed Tribe, the Blessed Business Tribe, and to the Patreon. God bless y'all, and we'll talk soon.